Hey guys, it's Ash, and this will be my guide on how to get to the Titan League fast. This guide is for Town Hall 10 players, but it is also viable for Town Hall 9 trophy pushers as well, who can use it to easily get to champions. It's a very fast and efficient method that is very fast to train and very fast to get lots of trophies compared to other methods people commonly use. I use this method to get to Titan for Masters 3. It only took me about 6 days on my first serious trophy push attempt. If you would like to see some of my biggest raids with this composition, I did make a series, so you should watch my Road to Titan League series. I'll have the link to that in the descriptions. The method is also very fun, efficient, and very easy to trophy push with. It's also very friendly in terms of the resource cost to make the army. So you'll not only be doing tons of raids quickly and get lots of trophies, but also make loads of resource because of the very benign loot bonus at higher leagues. So I'm going to make this guide as simple as possible because learning this method is very easy. Just follow my steps and you'll be in Titan or Champs, if that's your goal, in no time. The method we'll be using is composed mainly of giants, wizards, and a couple of witches. So it's a very cheap and efficient 2-star trophy push composition. While if someone was to use an even cheaper method such as Barge, that would be very difficult to get anything more than 1 star, and finding a base to 50% with Barge can be very time consuming. Not only that, Barge is neither time efficient nor effective as this composition because Barge not only heavily relies on your heroes for 50%, it also heavily relies on 5 normal spell slots. While this composition with giants will not only get you twice the amount of trophies every raid by 2-starring max defense Town Hall 10 bases, but it is also very quick to train because you'll only need 3 normal spells, while also utilizing your dark spells such as the Earthquake spell for efficiency, as it will only take 90 minutes to get all your spells ready, or about 22 minutes if you boost. Now don't worry, even though dark spells cost a lot of dark elixir to cook, you're gonna be making tons more dark elixir than you spend. So how do I train this composition? Well, if you're boosting, then I recommend boosting only 2 barracks and both your factories. On your first barrack that you're boosting, cook 3 wall breakers, 3 archers, and fill it with 12 giants. And on the second one, do the same thing, 3 wall breakers, 3 archers, and 12 giants. And then on the last 2 barracks, just cook all wizards on them. Now keep in mind that the first 2 barracks that you're boosting are gonna quickly train those troops, as it only takes about 31 minutes. So you're gonna have all of them completed in about 7 to 8 minutes. So that means you need to keep refilling those 2 barracks that you're boosting with wizards. And for your dark barracks, you can cook 1 or 2 witches each. I like to just cook 1 witches each and just use 2 of them, but it's up to you if you like to use more. And for your spells, cook 1 free spell and 2 rage spells. For your dark spell factory, cook 4 earthquake spells and 1 poison. And if you're not boosting your barracks, then cook 2 wall breakers, 2 archers, 6 giants, and the rest wizards, and do the same for the next 2 barracks, 2 wall breakers, 2 archers, 6 giants, and the rest wizards. Again, 2 wall breakers, 6 giants, and the rest wizards. And for your last barrack, only cook 6 giants and fill it with wizards. And for your dark barracks, again, you can do the same thing, 1 or 2 witches for each of them. Same spells, 1 freeze, 2 rage, 4 earthquake, 1 poison. This will give you 24 giants, 6 archers, 6 wall breakers, 2 to 4 witches, and a bunch of wizards. And obviously, you will need both your Barbarian King and Archer Queen. Do not take any risks and attack without a full army and a full set of spells. However, you must always be nexting. You should not wait for a full army to attack with, but you must keep nexting. Why? Because you need to always be on the lookout for town halls that are placed outside bases so you can get free additional bonus trophies. This is very important if you wish to get to Titans fast. Now, why are we using giants and not golems? Well, there are many reasons. First and most important is that golems are inefficient. They take too long to cook, especially since we want to use witches in our dark barracks as well. And we can also save a lot of dark elixir just by not using golems. So with giants, we're able to get a full army very quickly, which means that we can do more raids and wait less and get trophies faster. Giants are also more powerful than golems. And I don't mean that one giant is stronger than one golem. In fact, a level 7 giant has a DPS of 50 and HP of 1100. A level 5 golem has a DPS of 54 and a total HP of 6300. But since one golem takes up 30 camp space, that's worth 6 giants. And 6 giants together can deal 300 damage per second versus a golem that can only do 54. So 6 giants also have a total HP of 6600, which is greater than the golem. So wait, you're telling me that 6 giants that are worth the same camp space as one golem is 6 times stronger and has the same total HP as one golem? Doesn't that make giants much better than golems? No, that's not how it works. 6 giants aren't really better than one golem. The reason for this is giants die too quickly, especially if there's a spring trap, which can take out 3 of your giants instantly. So that would be a harsh blow, while a spring trap has no effect on a golem. Not only that, the biggest reason why a golem is better is because once a defense targets that golem, that defense is locked onto the golem and can't touch any of your other troops. While if a defense was locked onto one of your giants, then that giant will quickly die, and defenses may retarget and possibly target your barbarian king or archer queen, which you really don't want. So yeah, golems are better, and that's why I've transitioned to using golems now in Titan 2, because efficiency doesn't really matter anymore, as it now takes me hours to find a base to attack. But this guide is to help you guys get to Titan, and you can actually find tons of bases to raid when pushing to Titan 3 compared to Titan 2, so that's why you should use giants. Now, just because golems are better doesn't mean giants aren't good. In fact, giants can be just as effective as golems. Why? Because like I said, 6 giants are about 6 times stronger than one golem. So that means that a group of giants can quickly eradicate a bunch of defenses in the way, unlike golems. And that's what makes them so effective with this strategy, which also takes advantage of wizards and witches. You have a whole set of powerhouse troops with lots of DPS. A typical go wipe composition is very bulky, but not really as powerful as a composition that utilizes giants over golems. So how many trophies do I target? Well, this is very important if you wish to get to Titan fast. You need to search for bases that will allow you to get lots of trophies by 2-starring them. The higher you go up, the trophy offers and the rate of finding a base with a sufficient number of trophies decreases significantly. Your patience will be tested the higher you go. So from Masters to Champions 3, I suggest targeting for the big trophy offers that offer over 30 trophies. Go for them, 2-star them, get 20 trophies quickly, and you can easily get to Champions that way. For Champions 3 to Champions 2, target bases that offer over 20 trophies, and 2-starring them will get you at least 13 trophies. And from Champions 2 to Champions 1, it gets really harder to find trophies, so you want to target like 15 trophies at least, and the 2-star will get you 10 trophies. And from Champions 1 to Titan, this is where things get really hard, and finding trophies gets hard as well. I suggest aiming for at least 12 trophies. You may have to aim for 9 trophies as well. So a 2-star can get you at least 6 trophies. You're gonna also find that you'll be sniping a lot more in Champions 1 to get to Titan 3. So what type of bases do I target? And how do I know if it's a tough base and if it's an easy base? Well, this army composition will allow you to attack almost any base. However, there are bases that will be very difficult to beat with this composition. And these types of bases are bases that I like to call anti-earthquake and anti-giant. So what's an anti-earthquake base and what's an anti-giant base exactly? Well, I'll show you. This is Big Small. He's the #1 player in the world at the moment. He's a legend, and this is his base. This base is an anti-giant base or anti-golem, same thing. And the reason it's an anti-giant base is because if we look at that core and the buildings surrounding that core, we can see that these are all non-defensive units right here. If we draw this correctly, these are all non-defensive units. And what this means is that since these are all non-defensive units, they will repel your giants. They won't attract giants inside the core. The only way to get your giants inside the core is if you can connect the dots between the defenses towards the core. So for example, if we were to send in giants from here, they will just go after this cannon, air defense, and they're just going to go around the base, as this base was built cleverly to have your giants or golems go around. So how can we get our giants inside that core? Well, that will require more effort, and bases that do require more effort are bases that you should avoid because there are a higher risk of failure. So for example, in order to get inside that core, we'd have to send in some giants here, not break the wall here, just send in some giants and use our wizards to remove that archer tower as the giant distracts these defenses. And same thing here, send in some giants and wizards, remove the cannon. And then we can use the earthquake spell right here, break these 2 layers, send in all our giants and wizards behind them. And right after the giants are done with that mortar, they're also going to target the wizard tower and the air defense. But since we've removed the archer tower and the cannon, they're now all going to go after that air sweeper in the core because we've opened up these 2 layers with earthquake spell. So they're all going to go inside now. And obviously you also want your wizards behind them and your heroes, and they'll all go towards the core and go for the town hall. So yeah, that's how you'd have to attack this type of base. But it is both anti-earthquake and anti-giant. And the reason it's anti-earthquake is because an earthquake spell can only break 2 layers of walls that are about 6 tiles apart. This base, these 2 layers right here, are not 6 tiles apart. They're about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles apart. So yeah, definitely no. You could break these 2 layers, but it's the same thing as breaking these 2 layers, as you're still going to have to break this layer with the wall breakers. So it's not really going to make a difference, as you can also just break this layer and break this layer with the wall breakers. So yeah, if you're not benefiting from the earthquake spell, then that's an anti-earthquake spell. For example, since we can just use a jump spell which costs 2 slots less to do the same thing here, just place a jump spell here, then yeah, this base would be anti-earthquake. So yeah, if it's a base that doesn't really take the earthquake spell to its fullest benefit, then that's an anti-earthquake spell base. Okay, now let's look at another top player's base. Let's look at Adele, and he's using this base. I actually 3-starred someone using the same base. You can watch me doing so in my Road to Titan League video series. So the way I 3-starred it is I attacked from the north side. The strongest side for this base is the southern side, and the reason for that is because most of his defenses, as you can see, are all at the south. Even his heroes are at the south, pointing here. So you don't want to attack from the south side. Even though there are no walls, it doesn't really matter. As long as there are this much defenses from the south, it's a much stronger base from the south. So we have to attack from the top. But as you can see, there's a lot of walls here. So is that a problem? No, because we have the earthquake spell. So what we can do is we can place the earthquake spell right here where the expo is, and that's going to open up all of these compartments here. That earthquake spell is going to open up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 compartments right here. So yeah, this base is an excellent base to use the earthquake spell. Open up all of these compartments and we can attack from the top. Not only that, this base is not anti-giant at all, because our giants can go straight towards the core. Like I said before, you need to connect the dots between the defenses. So if you look at the mortar from top here, next is Expo, then the air defense, mortar, and infernal towers right here. So as you can see, all of these defenses attract our giants straight inside the core area. And that's what we want. So in order to get our giants inside, just open up all these compartments first with the earthquake spell. Then we need to spread our giants outside here. And the reason we're spreading out our giants is not because we want our giants in different groups. No, we want all of them to come together at one point. However, if we spread them around here, then this can distract this archer tower, the mortar here, or these mortars, the expo, all of these defenses here, basically. And once we've spread our giants here, they're going to then meet together right at this mortar because that's the closest defense. Not only that, we want to send our wizards behind our giants. The main reason we're spreading our giants is for our wizards, because if we send in all our giants at the top and send in our wizards here and here, then our wizards are going to be the ones getting targeted. We want to protect the wizards behind the giants. And not only that, we want to send in a few wizards here on this side and that side, and also spread our wizards here, but we want to have majority of our wizards at the top. And the reason we want to start by sending in a few of them on this side and that side is to break these buildings right here in these sides. That way, to prevent our heroes or our other wizards from going towards the left or right, and instead to go towards the center. So yeah, that's very important. And that's called creating a funnel. So we have to do that. We have to spread our giants here, wizards here, and all of them will meet here. So we also have to break this first layer with the wall breakers, as we have the defenses distracted, and send in our heroes as well. We want to send in our heroes as early as possible. One big mistake I see people always make is that they wait for their wizards and giants to remove all the inner buildings first and then send in their heroes. And this is a big mistake, because if you remove all the inner buildings inside the base, then the next buildings become those other buildings outside on the far corners of the base. Your heroes will prioritize on them if you remove all the inner buildings first. So it's very important to send in your heroes early. You want to send them in early and have the wizards remove these side structures before you remove the inner structures. You want to remove the side structures here and here first, and have your heroes go inside the core with the giants. The giants are going to tank for your heroes and wizards. And yeah, you want to place your first rage spell at the moment when you've penetrated inside the first layer. Once you've broken inside, place that rage spell. You're going to have clan castle troops coming in as well. If they are wizards, witches, and stuff, just use your poison spell. And if it's a lava hound, dragon, golem, or something, then just have a rage spell, and your wizards and archers and your troops will quite easily take that out. Don't use your poison spell on dragons or lava hounds. Wait for the lava hound to die and use the poison on the pups. You also want to place the poison spell in front of the town hall, because most players, almost every player, places their skeleton traps around the town hall. So you want to place that poison spell right in front of that town hall, towards the direction your heroes and troops are coming in towards. So that poison spell quickly takes out those skeleton traps. Also, take notice that there's a single targeting Infernal Tower right there. So you need to really pay attention to that single target Infernal Tower, as if that single target Infernal Tower catches your Barbarian King, then it's almost game over for your king. So you need to place that free spell at the moment the single target Inferno is targeting your Barbarian King. That way you can stop the free spell from killing your king, and at the same moment also place your second rage here to quickly take out these two Infernal Towers. And then your troops can make their way towards the south. Obviously, it's also going to be very easy to get that 1 star and the 50%, because all of these defenses here are just not that powerful compared to the ones at the bottom. He has majority of his Teslas and everything, heroes at the south. Most likely Teslas right here in these empty places. So yeah, attack from the north side, destroy all of these walls with the earthquake spell. It's going to be a piece of cake beating this base. Okay, let's look at another top player's base, Joseph's base, and let's see. We have to first figure out the weakness of the base and which direction we need to attack it. For example, if we attack from the top with our giants, then our giants are going to go towards the archer tower, wizard tower, air defense, and look at that, there's a clan castle right there, which means that giants will not be attracted by that. So our giants will go this way, or they're going to go that way. and that's not going to have our giants going inside that core. Our main focus is to get our giants inside the core. So what if we attack from the right side here? Are they going to go inside the core? No, there's a Barbarian King altar right there. So our giants are going to go this way or that way. So again, that's not the weakness. What about from the left side? Again, our Archer Queen altar right there. So our giants are going to go off this direction or that direction towards those defenses. However, there is a weakness from the southern side. As you can see, there's an expo right there. So if we connect the dots between these defenses, they all lead our giants straight towards the core. So the weakness of this base is from the south. So all we have to do is place our earthquake spells right here, break all of these walls, all these compartments right here, and then we can start by attacking this way. We can open up this wall. As you can see, these defenses are right here, and these defenses are clumped up together here. So what this means that if we send in our giants here from this direction, they're going to go after the cannon, then the mortar, then the archer tower, then the air defense, and then go straight towards the core, which is excellent, as that's what we want. In order to do that, we have to first spread our giants. And now if we spread our giants and also create that opening, all our giants are going to group together, come together, at the same time also protect our wizards that we're going to send in behind those giants to remove these side structures. And removing the side structures will allow our heroes to focus on getting inside the core, because as we remove these layers of walls, our heroes can then get straight inside that core. So that would be awesome, as this opening of course will allow all our giants and wizards right afterwards to group together inside. And yeah, basically from there on it's going to be a piece of cake. You want to start by placing that raid spell once you get inside. Once you activate that clan castle, use a raid spell to get rid of a dragon, lava hound, or any other bulky troop. Use poison if it's wizards or witches. You're basically never going to find wizards or witches anymore in clan castle because of the poison spell. But yeah, don't waste your poison spell on a lava hound or a dragon. You can use the poison spell on lava pups though once the lava hound dies, or you can place the poison spell in front of the town hall to remove the skeleton traps. Another reason it's going to be very easy to attack from this side is because then we can only focus on one inferno tower. We can avoid that single target inferno tower with our archer queen attacking from this side to get the town hall. So yeah, this space will be a piece of cake attacking from this direction as we get our giants straight inside the core. Okay, now I'm going to share one of the many attacks that I've done to get to Titan with this attack. So to get inside the core, it's going to be very easy. If we look at the placement of the expo, air sweeper, mortar, they all connect. All of these defenses connect to lead your giants straight inside the core. Not only that, we can place our earthquake spells right on that mortar and open up these two layers of walls. So those two openings are going to lead our troops straight to the core. So all we have to do is just spread our giants, our wizards, remove these buildings, inner buildings, send our heroes straight towards that camp, and the heroes, giants, and everything are just going to go straight towards the core. Piece of cake. Okay, so let's watch. I'm going to place my earthquake spells right there, open up both of those largely separated layers, because obviously an earthquake spell can break two layers that are 6 tiles apart. So now that's going to make it very easy for my giants to get inside. Just break the first layer with wall breakers and spread around your giants, and they're all going to meet up together in one huge group. And once you place that raid spell, those giants are just going to beast through those defenses, because unlike golems, giants in large groups are very powerful. So with the heroes and wizards and everything else behind them, as you can see, that expo right there pulls my giants straight to the core, and now those giants are going to distract the other defenses. I've taken out his multi-target inferno, so the only thing I need to worry about is that single target inferno, which a bunch of giants are excellent at distracting. So I've taken out the town hall, and now I can just head out with those 2 stars. Okay, lastly, what's the purpose of the 6 archers? Well, at the end of the raid, if you're a few percentage points away from the 50% mark, then you can attack any unguarded building that's left over with your archers to basically get the 50% win. Okay, that will be it for this guide. If you guys want to see more of my attacks, then just watch my Road to Titan League series. I'll have the link to the playlist in the descriptions below. And if you guys have any questions, just ask in the comments below. And make sure to also give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And also subscribe if you haven't. I'll have a lot more great content as well coming up. And I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you again. Peace.